things have to change between the book and the film, and now you've almost got two, not separate stories, but it's obviously difficult to get to the balance when you're turning any book into a film.
I have to say I was really surprised by this film. When we ended the third film, I was like, oh my God, are we gonna get it together? And then as we start the fourth film, you're in a much darker place than perhaps you've ever been before. Can you talk about stepping into that and also stretching, because it goes from, the darkest he's ever been to perhaps the most hopeful?
Yeah, I feel like when I first started this journey with this character, I was quickly aware of how important it was to show the reasons why he is the way he is, so that people don't think, oh, why is this guy just so grumpy all the time? And then once you realize and you stop judging books by their cover and you realize, there's a lot more to the story every time, that's always the kind of best, most enjoyable bits to play to me once the character's justified to the audience in a way. So I've really enjoyed and welcomed the challenge of kind of going to a darker place. And if anything, sometimes when you have a character whose arc feels a little bit flat, it's almost more challenging in a way. So having a place to go and somewhere to get to and like a range of stuff to go through is a bit of a challenge, but a welcomed one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you and Josephine have done this 4 movies at this point, growing as actors together. Can you talk about deepening that bond as coworkers and getting to know your characters through your work?
Yeah, I think playing my first character as my first lead role, along with someone else who's doing the same thing, was probably the best. But not to mention that Jo's an amazing, talented, great person to work with, but also the fact that it was her first lead role too, feels like there's a really kind of level playing field where we're on a team and it's not like someone has any foot up above the other one. So being able to be so lucky to bring the story to life and these characters to life so many times, along with Jo, has been a pleasure, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, and now you said that was your first lead role, but now you're like, you're in The Woman King coming out, which I'm so excited for. What have you learned from having played this role for so long that you're taking into your next projects?
I think just my acting ability has improved massively. I mean, my understanding of the industry as well and how the film world works. And, just there's so many moving parts. It takes a long time to kind of learn how everything works and even what everyone's job is and why there's so many people here. And I think playing the same character and having that comfortability for when they call action and before they call cut allows me so much time to kind of understand everything else. And then, taking it into films like The Woman King, I feel like I have so much on-set experience and been able to hone in my acting ability. I'm so grateful, always will be, for all the opportunities AFTRA's given me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, I thought it was actually quite easy when watching this film to forget about being like, well, this didn't happen in the book and this did happen in the book, etc. But how do you think fans will receive the changes to the story in this film?
I think they'll be more accepting now as well, now that they know, things have to change between the book and the film. And now you've almost got two, not separate stories, but it's obviously difficult to get to the balance when you're turning any book into a film. And I think they've become more understanding that that's the case and it's not going to be a direct representation. I think they'll understand it. I think they'll get it. I think they'll hopefully be happy with where we've taken it.
Yeah. You've obviously, over the course of these films, perfected this idea of a Byronic romantic lead. But what do you want to do next? What are other genres you want to take your craft to, or do you want to do more romance?
I definitely do want to. Thank you so much for your compliments. I definitely do want to explore different genres, play different characters, and especially in my earlier career and knowing I still have a lot of time ahead of me as an actor. I'm aware that I want to keep testing myself in different genres and then let me naturally just fall into my place of whatever I enjoy most or whatever I'm best at. But right now it's still definitely exploring all the different genres and feeling out which works best.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to seeing your career grow after this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's been so nice talking to you. Thank you.